What is Bigfoot? A myth? A legend? A hoax? Or a real flesh and blood creature? What about the reported sightings of Bigfoot? They can't all be misidentified animals. And how is it that most Native American cultures have stories about Bigfoot? After 2 separate sightings of a Bigfoot type creature, I needed answers. I have now been researching Bigfoot for over 15 years, and I feel that my journey has just begun.
Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Today I have come back out here to the research area where I camped the other night. I wanted to come back out here and in the daylight and show you all the trees that have been pushed over. And as I come up here, I realized that there was a chance to walk the shoreline instead of having to walk through the woods. Well, if you walk through the woods, it's a roundabout way. But if you walk the shoreline, it ain't that far. Since the Army Corps of Engineers so graciously dropped the level of the lake, I decided I'd take full advantage of it. But as I was walking down to the area where we camped, I noticed something, and this is what I noticed. We got more footprints here. Now I'm gonna do my best to put these on the camera. We got that footprint there, and then we got one right here just beyond it, and then another one right here. I'm trying to get all these in my viewfinder, and the sun is not helping me on that deal. And then we've got this footprint right here, and then one right there, and then it turns and comes up. I thought I saw a heel strike just a while ago when I was looking at these, but it goes right off up into here and right back into the same spot where it come out. Now there's also deer tracks all up and down through here. So this had to happen probably last night or early this morning. Deer tracks all over the place. There's even some raccoon tracks right in here. But my question is, did a Bigfoot decide he was ready for breakfast and try to ambush a deer at the lake coming into the water? It doesn't really look like the Bigfoot was trying to just walk away or something like that. The strides is not that far apart. So best of my ability and figuring, he was just meandering around in this little area right here. He could have just come over here to see what the other side looks like this morning. I'm not sure, but he walked out there to the edge of the lake and then turned around and walked right back in. So I've had people ask me if I ever cast these prints. I've got about 30 footprints that I have casted. There's even one in a museum now, but a little roadside attraction type museum. But it's kind of hard to keep all them unless you've got a big enough place to do that, and I don't have that big of a place. If I find a exceptionally good footprint, I may cast it, but most footprints are either in water or they really aren't deep enough to make a good mold, so I don't cast a lot of the footprints. I do take pictures of them, and I do have an app on my computer where I can flag where something was caught, where I took the picture by GPS, so I can sort of track the area where they come from. So that's what I do with the footprints now, and show them to y'all. But right now I'm finna get in these woods and go to these bent and bowed over trees that I meant to show y'all the other morning, but I run out of time and my caffeine levels were low, and that was bad, so I had to get home and re-up my caffeine levels. Some of y'all may know what I'm talking about with that, but let me get up here in these woods and find all these trees that we found the other night and document them on video so that y'all can see it. Okay, here's one of the trees. It's about good walking stick size to me, but it goes off up to here, and it's here's the base where it was pushed over, and that's my hand. It's pushed over, but thing about it is that's still too big for somebody to come walking along and push it over, put their foot on it and press real hard and push it over. It just doesn't happen like that out here in the woods. Somebody don't come along and go, oh, I'm gonna push this tree over with my foot and spend 30 minutes trying to do that. Now, right beside it, right over here, is another tree, and it's actually broke at the base of the tree. And again, it's not big, it's not humongous, but it's still big enough that it'd be a trouble for somebody to do it by themselves walking through here. There is what looks like to be a little bit of a path here, but it never show up on the screen, so that don't help a whole lot. Well, we got that. We got these two trees. This one looks like it was actually done a while back before this one right here, the first one that I showed you. But then we've got this right here. This is broke, twisted. So that's still a lot for a person to come walking through and do it. Nobody hunting this area, so a hunter didn't break that little tree down to get a better shot angle, so I don't know what besides a Bigfoot would have done that. But let's get on to the other trees. All right, this is another one of the trees that we found the other night. It's relatively a new bend or pushover. Let's just call it that, a pushover. But what got my attention on this one is basically the size of it. Now this one, at the base, this is the one that Derek put his hand on the other night in the video, but that's a pretty good sized tree. It goes up like this right here, and at about, I don't know, 7-foot mark. Look at here. That tree limb right there has been broke. So, like if something was coming through there and that tree limb was in the way and he broke it to get away, there's another one right there. It's been twisted and broke on that. So there's several tree limbs broke right there. If he was getting them out of the way and sort of got ill about it for some reason or another, he might have pushed that tree over. Again, if somebody did this, they done damage to their vehicle, because you can't push that over by yourself. All right, but that's one of the ones that I really wanted y'all to see, the size and all that, and it's still green. So I don't understand why they would do that, but my opinion, which don't really mean nothing, my opinion is that they're just not in a good mood and the tree's in their way. That works for me right now. It's not a big mystery as to what done it, because deer can't do that. We don't have enough bear in the area for that to be doing that. But let's get on to the other ones. Okay, here are the other two that was in a line. We got this tree right here, and it's that big. There's a root system. It was pushed up out of the ground. But here it goes. Still green. And right here at the end of it is the other one. And it's a little bit smaller, but I still don't see where somebody would go in here and do this. Like I said, there's no deer hunters in this area. And I just heard something. But there's no deer hunters in this area who's knocking these things down for a clear shot from a tree stand. That's just if it was a hunting area, that I could see. Somebody comes in here, sets up a deer stand, and then goes, okay, what's in the way of my shot? And he pushes over a couple of little trees. Nobody's the wiser, nobody cares. But this is not a deer area, this is not a hunting area right here. So, really don't know. Now this is the area right here that we was at the other night, where the little slough comes up into the little peninsula there and makes it what it is. And there's a trail right here. Looks like a game trail where game have been moving up and down through here. But let's keep looking here. We might find some footprints along this little spot, because it is wet enough, looks like. Look at there. I'm sorry, I missed that, y'all. Walking right past it looking for footprints. Look at this. This tree. Let me zoom out. This tree right here, it's been pushed over. And it goes like that. It's still got some green on it. So it hadn't been that long. But y'all, this right here is a significant sized tree right here. Look at here. My hand, there's my hand on it, right at the base. So that one's been pushed over. Y'all, I keep hearing something over there. But that's, I hadn't even noticed it. I was looking for footprints and walked right past it till I realized I was gonna have to step over it. So we got that. There's probably a lot more in these woods right here. But I don't see no footprints of any kind. I'm sorry, I keep saying it, but it's the truth. I don't see why anyone would come out here and just push trees over randomly. Just because they could, but you know, that's a lot of work. I had a guy with me one time when we come across a tree that had been pushed over, and he was up there like very adamant that people had done the pushing over the tree. And he was a pretty stout guy. Hitting on 280. Spring still and rawhide, as some say. I told him, I said, okay, push that tree over. And y'all, he pushed and pushed and pushed. He finally got it over, but then he realized that most people ain't gonna do that kind of work just to push a tree over. So that's where I come from with all this. So take it as you will. That's what I'm finding out here today. All right, one of the other reasons why I wanted to come down here this morning is I wanted to put out the trail cameras. So there's my first trail camera set out on the tree, and it's gonna be looking off in that direction. Let me get it all set back up, but it'll be looking off up there. Okay, that's one trail camera set out and ready to run, and I'm gonna put the other one pointing down here to this slough, right in that area right there. I think I found the tree to do it at. But that's the plan, and I'll come pick these up in the morning. I've got them set to run automatically every 30 minutes, like I usually do. So let me get this one set up, and we'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, that's one trail camera set out and ready to run. And I'm gonna put the other one pointing down here to this slough, right in that area right there. I think I found the tree to do it at. But that's the plan, and I'll come pick these up in the morning. I've got them set to run automatically every 30 minutes, like I usually do. So let me get this one set up, and we'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, trail camera 2 has been set out. Like I said, I'll be coming back to pick these up tomorrow. And tomorrow sounds like a good day for me to just come up here, bring me a little chair, and sit out here in the woods and just listen. I do that every once in a while, but I think tomorrow will be a good day to just do that, after I pick the trail cameras up. But let's get on out of these woods. All right, the trail cameras have been out overnight, and I'm out here in the woods to pick them up today. As usual, if there's anything on them, I will show it at the end of the video. I'd also like to take this opportunity to say thank you for watching these videos. If you're not a subscriber, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. And we'll catch you on the next video. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe.
And tell your friends.
Also find us on Facebook, Alabama Georgia Bigfoot Research Group.